to color feelings that have faded, complicated. I'm waiting for an answer, waiting for a sparkle to come to ignite love. I need no second chances. I'm tired of romances without love. So where do we go when we can't find our way? I don't wanna be alone. I need you tonight and I don't wanna wait. I want you to show me the way. 'Cause I'm a satellite around you tonight. Nothing's gonna bring me down. As long as the stars in the sky, as long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes. It's breaking my heart, it's breaking my heart to see you acting like you don't care, like a nightmare. What happened to us? What happened to all the love we always took for granted? Are we stranded? I'm waiting for an answer, waiting for a sparkle to come to ignite love. I need no second chances. I'm tired of romances without love. So where do we go when we can't find our way? I don't wanna be alone. So what do we do when we're lost and depraved? I need you to show me the way. 'Cause I'm a satellite around you tonight. Nothing's gonna bring me down. As long as the stars in the sky, as long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes. 'Cause I'm a satellite around you tonight. Nothing's gonna bring me down. As long as the stars in the sky, as long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes. What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face. I stood and wait because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. It gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I'll just be 1 second, because Mrs. Oz goes, "Are you streaming?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "But I haven't heard you say good morning, good evening, good afternoon." So just 1 second. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Did you hear that one? Now she knows we're live. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Did anybody listen to the lyrics to the song? She's singing about me, I reckon. She must be singing about me. Perfect 10. Welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday. Hey, Saki, what's going on? It's nice to see some old names and old faces in the last couple of weeks popping into the stream. So, but tonight it's Wednesday and no sim update. So I promised everybody, I said there was going to be sim update 3. And it didn't, who you call it old. And it didn't release. Oh my God, I got to eat my words. Maybe it might happen tonight because they are doing a development live stream. Maybe. Or maybe Jorg's going to go, "We've done it again. We've broken the update. It's going to be delayed. But that's okay. We're going to give you another plane for free." Anyways, welcome everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday. Hope your week's going well. And we are checking out the Cessna Citation 750, which should be quite interesting. As I was mentioning to the guys in the Drop Bears, I haven't watched any videos whatsoever. I've fumbled around with it. Haven't looked at any checklist. But hey, it's a business jet. Can't be too hard to figure out. So, but some of you guys might have to give me a bit of a hand on certain things. You've probably had more time with it than I have. But man, I tell you what, I hate buying stuff from the in-sim marketplace. Come on, Flight FX. Come on, put something in on Control or something. Anyways, welcome everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. We've got 4 flights planned. But we may get 3 done depending because we started a little bit later because I had needed to figure out how to turn the lights on the plane, so to speak, set some cameras up and whatnot. So anyways, Michael from Canberra, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How's the stream going? I'm getting buffers. Are you guys getting buffers? Is it buffering? Or if I need to do a refresh on my own stuff? You guys getting buffers? Nah, I think I was dreaming.
Baby, let your body talk.
Are we taking bets on how long it takes Shane to get into the air tonight? Sneering face emoji, jokes. We love your work, Shane, and you.
It won't take long. There's only a couple of switches. It'll be fine. And we know that the fix that I tried to do to stop the spikes didn't work. Thank you, Mr. Angry Zebra, and thank you, matey. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the memberships. Yeah, so obviously I did a fix to fix those spikes, and it didn't work. So we'll have to go and try something else. But anyways, Michael from Canberra, welcome to the stream. Mr. David Welsh, welcome all the way from David Welshland. Mr. Evil, welcome to the stream. William Kelly's here. Mr. Killswitch is at work, and he said that I can't do a wink on the screen because he's at work. So that's right. I won't do a wink. I just that was just like an itchy eye. That's what that was. Anyways, Gab, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, Mr. Kirk. I should say, not Kirk Dawson. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Brett Plays is back from holidays and he's here with us tonight. Hope you're doing well, Mr. Brett Plays. Richo's here. Good evening, good afternoon to you, Richo. What's going on, legend? Welcome. And an old face. Some of you guys might know. Some of you guys might not know him, but some of you guys may know him because he's been around as long as Revo. But Revo's decided to jump back into the stream and say hello after a sabbatical for probably 18 months. But welcome, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Bubba Van Braun, welcome. He says, evening, aviators. Hope you're doing well, sir. Did I say hello to Evil? Not sure if I did or not. Can't remember. So it's like the goldfish are already doing its mark. Mr. Hulk, welcome to the stream. Good morning to you. Captain Kookaburra, I think I saw him in the sim. I see Mr. Big Hulk is here. Chase T, what's going on? our fellow extraordinaire when it comes to food. You should just open up your own food thing, Chase. I don't know what's going on. And welcome to the stream, Mr. Saki. A permission to jump in. You have permission to jump into my sack. It's okay. Welcome. You can pop in. I've got plenty of room. Tennessee Flight Simulations. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you. Mr. Brett Yulton, he said, shall return soon with some headphones. No problem, my friend. No problem. Mr. Willie VR, are you making some coffee for everybody? I hope so. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome to the stream. Who else is lurking about in here? Let me scroll down. Mr. Hugh Actor, welcome to the stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. And who else? Mr. Simon Harris. He says hi, Oz. It's all the best from the Goldie. Oh, we got someone close. I could nearly touch you. Hey, Dos, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, Mr. John Brown. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Curtis, the pro gamer, says, sup, brah. I'll save that for Maple when he comes in. Elliot Aviation, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, legend. Thank you very much for popping in. G'day. And I think I've got everybody. If you are lurking and you're too scared to talk, that's okay. All my hair got too scared when it saw my face, and it all decided to drop out. So I'm sure I won't mind if you're too scared to say hello. So that's why I don't look in the mirror anymore, because I don't have much hair left. And I don't want it to get scared and fall out too, like the rest. Anyways, something in that for all of us, don't you think? Jason Jolly, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Anyways, that's my diagnosis of my having no hair, and I'm sticking to it. All right, let's jump into the sim. There we go. Big thank you to our friends over at Just Flight for supporting the streams. And I will say, if you watched the on-air stream the other day, I actually sent to my friends from Just Flight, and I said, here's a couple of tidbits of information and a couple of feature requests, and one of them was already in there. And I said, wouldn't it be good if we had local currency like Australia, the British pound, which we saw, USD and so forth, Canadian, New Zealand. And it's all in there. I just didn't choose the right one in the settings, so there you go. I'm actually not sure if it's released yet, but we will do that on another day. But we are going to be checking out the Cessna Citation from Flight FX. This thing has been ramped up and hyped up for a little bit. I don't know if you've had some time to watch a bunch of streamers. I'm only just getting to it now. And it's available for, I think, about $42 or something like that, Australian, and you actually get the 2020 version and the Xbox version and the 2024 version, so all in one go. Clip that deep in me. This is a great short clip. No, you don't need to clip things here. Come on. What happens in the stream should stay in the stream, Brett. It should never go anywhere else on the interwebs. But yes, this thing here is only available on the InSim marketplace. I'm so happy about that. And it's not available for career mode just yet, but you could do the other things like the camera and all that sort of stuff. Don't worry, we are in the US, and don't worry about the Victor Hotel 7766. I just didn't change my rego, but I thought a nice little grey look here. And it has two versions, one with winglets and one without winglets. I'm never a fan of winglets. I try to avoid them if I can, so I'm running the X winglet version. So, and yeah, we're going to see how we go. I don't know how to fly this thing. I haven't taken it off. I haven't taxied with it. I've basically set up some cameras and put in my Navigraph stuff and done the quick engine start, and that's about it. So we'll see how we go. All right, let's take some engine covers off. We'll get rid of the chocks there, and hopefully I know where the brake is on the plane, and we'll get rid of the covers there. And then we're going to jump into the plane. Mr. John Brown said, bro, I have learned a lot from your really good teacher. Thank you, John. I don't know what I've been teaching though, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Very, very kind words. You can come here more often. Oz Flight Simmer needs a checklist. No, we don't need no stinking check. We probably should use a checklist, but anyways. Holy cow, what did we deserve this for? Holy cow, 2 memberships and a dono in the first 15 minutes of stream. That never
Hair
happens
today,
anymore.
gone tomorrow. Here's a little dono to put towards some shampoo. Or if you like, towards the new PC.
Evil, I'm going to tell you a little secret. Normally a small bottle of shampoo for any other person, right, might last, I don't know, a month or something like that. For me, it'll last like 6 years, my friend. I don't have to put much on, trust me. Anyways, there is the door. Let's jump into the plane. We're going to explore this thing together. Can we actually move around the aircraft or what? Can we actually move around it? We can. All right. Now we're in the pilot seat. I had a quick look at this when I set the cameras up, but I didn't really play around with it too much. Can I close the door from here? Is there a door, little bits and pieces? It's cabin entry lights. No, I might have to do it from the EFB. But what I did see is all this stuff opens up and closes. So we got some wine there if you guys want to get on the bourgeois. Do these top cupboards open? Oh, that's if you make a mess. And the old microwave. Ding, ding, ding. Nothing in that drawer. What do we got here? We've got some sugar, milk, coffee cups, plastic ones. We don't do no stinking plastic plane on a bloody $12 million plane. Spray and wipe and sanitizer. There's sanitizer and spray and wipe up here. Geez, you'd think there might be some bloody discos happening on here. What else we got in here? Oh, we got some drinks, some water. Looks like some Sprite or something like that. Some juice. Got some towels. And that looks like a flashlight in there. And we got some chocolates. We got a Jupiter, which looks like it should have been a Mars bar there. A delicious, a cocoa wave, choco cake. Oh my god! They should have just plagiarized and gone and put like a real Mars bar or something in there. And then you've got your snacks as well. There we go. Living the dream. Does this thing have a poo? A pooer? It might have a pooer. Any of this work here? I assume the table's going to work. That's nice animations. Remember the days of the Coronados when they did this sort of stuff here and the bloody, you press the tray and it would open up like 1,000,000 miles an hour? You wouldn't want to be sitting beneath it because it'd be like Jaws. You lose your leg. Oh, here's a poo. Here's a poo. Look at this. What a style. Look at that. Sitting on the leather seat to do a poo. I'll close the door here. Anything in here? No. No. Tell you what, you want a window though, wouldn't you? I'd want a window if I'm sitting on a throne like that. Whoever was in here last didn't spray, that's for sure. It stinks a little bit. Revo said, Shane, did you ever check the A350? Went from a primary to a secondary school, waiting for it since of 2020 we've released. I never checked out the A350. I didn't end up purchasing it. When it released it needed a lot of updates and fixes to it, so I never got into it. And it's an Airbus. They're all the same. That one's got a few more screens and you do long hauls with it. So it's not really my type of plane, even though it's the latest Airbus. So I never picked it up, but they're still doing updates to it. So just by watching you, I can now fly the 747 and the A300, 600 and many other. I love about you, bro. You explain. John Brown, thank you very much. That's very, 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 very kind. Well, I don't know what to say because I don't fly by the checklists or anything like that. So I just flown from my flight simming and real world aviation experience. So lovely looking seats. Textures aren't too bad. Like, they're alright, but they're nothing too like. You know, it's been built for performance to work on an Xbox console. Let's just say that. So, but you know, once you go in the cabin, once I close this door, I'm never going in there again. That's it. So it doesn't need to be that great. There we go. Don't need to go in the cabin again. We've been in there now. Can we see any? I didn't see any bath bags. Hey, Willie, what's going on? Yay, toilet. Show us the toilet that we all care about. Actually, did it flush? I'm going to lie. I'm going to go back in there one more time because I didn't even try to lift the toilet seat. Hang on. We've got to see. We've got to see if we can lift the toilet seat. Because that's... Oh. Oh, hello. Hello. Is anybody in there? I'll just come in anyway. No, the toilet seat doesn't lift up. See, I think it's the iFly is the only one that's actually got the toilet flushing, I believe. Yeah, none of this other stuff works. Other than the couple of cupboards and the tray table in the middle here. I don't know if the back tray tables... Yeah, they work. Oh, you can't stop them. Once they start, once they start moving, you're stuck. And you can't even pull the blinds down to when you're going to have your big party in the air. You know what I mean? All right, enough of that. We're on the business end, literally. We're the pilots. We don't care about what they do on the back. Let's go to the ground services. And actually, I'm going to leave my chocks on there for now. I'm going to close the main door, though. And I'm going to connect the ground power unit here. I'm actually going to... and we probably could have heard sounds of me opening all those drawers, but I had the sim sounds turned off, so good old Oz flights. So put some sim sounds on there, and we'll turn that music off just so we can actually listen to the aircraft. The Eve B's pretty basic. Navigaph charts, maps, weights are in there, which we'll go through the sim brief, and you've got the config in there. There's not terribly much in here when I actually had a look at it. Noise reduction, screen styles. I've got it on the old CTRs because, makes it, this was like one of the first ones that are built. You got state savings, you've got units. So obviously I've put it onto kilos, which it doesn't save. That's annoying. It doesn't save. So I've had to do that again. Cabin layout. So food services. I'm going to do pizza. I don't know what that does, but looks like we're going to be having that pizza and so forth. Does that mean that changed what was actually in here? Oh, there's the sounds. Does it mean that changes what's in the cupboards? No, it's still the old spray white. Geez, that door comes out quick, doesn't it? Doesn't change what's in there. No. No. Where's the shit drawer? Like everybody's kitchen has a shit drawer where it's ours is like the third drawer from the right hand side is the shit drawer. Like where's the shit drawer? A plane's got to have a shit drawer too, where you just keep stuffing it full of shit, and over the years you don't know what's in there. So, hey, that's how old I intro to the song playing. Hey, what are you talking about? All right, let's see if we can actually get this thing to start. Did I turn the ground power unit on? Which we did. I can't hear it, so there's none of that going. Let's get rid of that there. And trust me, guys, I am a noob when it comes to this plane. So, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Turn some batteries on. Turn the external power unit on there. And we'll let things come alive, Avionics, and we'll turn the EKS on so we can see all the screens on the CTRs as they load up. Start hearing some noises. Ozflight Center, that is a lot of glass in there. Well, not really. It's using old CTRs. Basically, your HSI and stuff. Then you're going to have your maps there as well, and then obviously there is all your other bits of information like your engines and so forth, and then you've got your FMSs. So nothing more than sort of really usual. It's a little bit though. There's not too much. Isn't that plane default in X-Plane 12? I recognize it. Reva, I don't know because I haven't been in X-Plane 12 for a long time. So arm the emergency lights because that's what I do in other planes. So we're going to do that as well. I'm going to turn the standby power on because I needed to on this plane. I don't know why. We are going to go and turn the navs on to align and do their thing, because if I didn't have the standby power on, it wouldn't actually align the IRSs on this thing here. So, and we are going to get rid of that and go over and turn some lights on. So navs can go on, tail lights can go on, so we can let everybody know what's going on. And we're just going to wait for this to align in a second here. Let's go over to the FMS here. We're going to position that. And we're going to load this puppy here. And then we are aligned. How quickly was that? You can actually change in here. I did see you can actually change in here for a general. It's set on fast for the IRS align speed. So you can do instant or... Actually, I've got a key for this, don't I? There we go. You can change it to instant, fast, and real. Passenger visibility. Let's turn that off. Pause top of D, so you can do that. That's like an old-fashioned setting, really. Don't really see that too often anymore. Actually, I think it's still in the PMDG aircraft, though. LCD CTRs, as we said before. Auto throttle. Enable AT module, AT release, and throttle import. I have no idea what that means. Active noise reduction. We will see if she's going to get too noisy. Anyways, we will come back to this guy a little bit later. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't flown X-plane for a wee midget. Anyways, let's get out of here and see if we can actually figure out how to put a flight plan in this puppy. Hopefully it won't take us too long. Pref in a page. There we go. Running the old retro number. Fuel management. Pref initialize. How do we get the fuel? Maybe we do this first. SimBrief. Let's go to SimBrief. That's my SimBrief ID number that everybody's just seeing. And we are going to grab the plan. So we're at Boise. So we've worked out how to put that in there. Is there a next button here? Yes, it is. There we go. Let's go and put the departure in and figure out where we're going to go. I need to get some charts up just to have a quick look and work out what runway. When I was messing around, they were doing out of runway 28 left, so I'm not sure if that's still going to be the same with the weather, but we'll have a bit of a look at that. Still doing 28 left operations out here. So we're going to pick runway 28 left. And then the SIDS, we've got a Boise 3. I think I always do a Boise over here because I think the other one puts you in some weird and wonderful direction out, then flies back over the airport, sort of wasting fuel, where we'll just basically vector ourselves a little bit here. Then we'll go to activate and pref init. No, what else have we got in here? Climb information, cruise, altitude. What did SimBrief actually give us for altitude? It's actually given us 45,000 feet. I don't normally want to go up to 45,000 feet, but I wouldn't mind seeing if I can get this bird up there. So, takeoff information. I want to see fuel. Out winds conditions are going to be 224 at 32. So 224. I'm winging all this. I've never done this before for this plane, so I'm just treating it like a Boeing. There we go. Puts all that in there. Takeoff information. Fuel. We need some fuel. Fuel required. Fuel from. Estimated 1.18. I think it's put the fuel in there. So fuel burn is it's put the fuel in. So our fuel burn is 1,033. I wonder if I can actually put like a little bit more in here. Let's see if I can just put a little smidgen in there, like a little kiss, little kiss of fuel. Oh no, I just put it in the wrong thing. That was 91, wasn't it? The next one up. The buttons don't bloody line up. Required. What's from? Is that what I've got to put in? That might be what I've got to put in. Let's see if I can do it on this one. No. Okay, so I think I have to put it in there. All right, let's just do that then. Oh, hang on. I'm always shit when it comes to fuel on flight sim because I take too long. So we'll just... can I put more in there? Please. Put a little bit more in there. Takeoff. We've got the oats in there. That's cool. And if we go, hang on, takeoff, We're going to get to know this thing next. Runway slope, runway width, dry, density. What's next? Flaps 5, weight kilo, confirm. There we go. And then we've got the winds. Saying it's going to be set. We'll just believe it. And that's cool. V1. Yep. So I could change all this if I needed to, but I assume it's all been grabbed in there and popped in there for it. So I think we're basically already set up with this and we should be ready to go. I'm expecting us to have a discontinuity if I look at the flight plan. There it is there, because we'll have vectors going out. Progress. Top of climb. We can mess around with this later. All right. I think that might be enough. Do we actually have a plan on the ECAN? Which we do. We do have a bit of a plan there with the vectors out there. Okay. All right. Interesting. We'll see how we go. All right. I'm going to watch some of Endor. No worries, Mr. Aviation. I haven't gone back into Endor. I've watched like 4 episodes and I'm like, this is like a repeat of the first season. I just didn't get back into it. So, anyways. All right, let's go. I think we should be good. I don't even know how to work the autopilot. Like I said, I've never even taxied this thing. All right, we're going to turn on the recognition light on there because we are going to go over here. And do I need to do anything with seatbelt signs are on? Anti-collision light. We're on the ground. That's the one I need, not the recognition light. Do I need to play around with anything else? No. All right, let's go and turn an APU on. This thing's just got lights and switches and just everything everywhere. All right, master on for the APU. What do we got here? APU RPM, EGT, and volts. Are we on? What are we on here? We're on ground. We are on ground. Okay, cool. All right, let's start this sucker up, shall we? APU start. RPM's come alive. You hear the duck in power as she's kicking off. Can we hear it? Does it have an APU door somewhere on this thing? The APU doors are generally like a little flappy on the back on these ones, aren't they? I wonder if they modelled it or not. There's no heat haze coming out of anywhere. Have you got enough fuel at this time? Well, I don't know. We'll find out because I don't know if I've actually put it in there properly. So we'll find out. We'll find out if I stuffed it or not, Mr. Captain Kookaburra. Like I said, I haven't flown this plane, so I'm just going off by feel here. All right, so the gen's going to go on, which means we got power to the thing. Let's turn some bleed air on. All right, I can hear it coming through the aircraft there. All right, we're going to leave all that on there. RPM sitting on, I don't know if that's meant to be like 100, or I assume it's meant to be like 1,000 or something. Then we got some, what do we got here? Packs. We don't want packs to start, so let's close the valve. And are we going to be good for an engine start, I think? I think we should be good to go. Hang on, let's quickly have a look at what we got here. Thrust reverses. And this is the yaw dampener, autopilot on, trim. What's FLC? That's VS. What's FLC? Flight? What's that? I don't know what that is there. Heading altitude, nav, VNAV, bank, approach, back course. What is FLC? Does anybody know what FLC is? PDF cell? Don't know what that is either. What do we got over here? Okay, that's for the engines. I'm just having a quick look because I don't know what actually works and what doesn't work. Flight level change. Ah, yeah, duh. Because all this stuff, I've got to play around with this because all this actually, it's got click spots for it all. So I don't want to, okay, it might have click spots, but not all of it works. Okay, I just don't want to be going around clicking stuff. Hydraulic pumps. Maybe I should have read something here. That's for anti-ice. We don't need to worry about any of that sort of stuff. That's, yep, that's cool. Fuel crossfeed is off. Yeah, we're only flying down the road, so it shouldn't need it. All right, over here, what do we got? Secondary trim, flaps. Landing lights and taxi lights are down there. Ground idling on normal. Cool. Altitude heading. Okay, so that's old-fashioned. And down here, we've got a radar, which we're not going to mess around with that. Where do I actually turn on the transponders? Going to be here. All right. Okay. All right. So it's one of those. All right. Ooh, what's that over there? Test. Oh shit! That scared me. Holy cow. Overspeed. I'm sure during an Oz Flight Simmer flight, you're going to hear it beep and do all sorts of things. Smoke detected. Get out of the bathroom. All right, cool. All right, we've done all the tests there. All right. Tennessee says to close the entrance door, click on the silver lever. All right, cool. I think I've already closed it, though, haven't I? Is it still open? Click on this thing here, is it? Oh, yeah. There we go. There's a little bar there. Cool. Oz Flight Simmer. We're waiting for an Oz Flight Simmer. Is there an Oz Flight Simmer here on the tarmac waiting for an Oz Flight Simmer? Has anybody seen the pilot? Alright then. Let's close that there. And let's see if we can start an engine. Alright. Hello, Mr. Mark Griffin. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Oh, I haven't checked out what that is there. That looks like an old VOR thing. Alright. Let's see if we can start an engine here, shall we? Alright. Actually, before we do that, of course, we don't have any controls. Give me 2 seconds. I thought that was going to be the case considering we haven't flown this plane before. And then we'll start the engines. There we go. Good, turn the motor on. Cool. All right. Let's go. N2's rising. Going to look for the oil pressure. Flow's going up. We've got ignition. There we go. One of the engines is gone. You can just gotta press one button once you've got everything set up. It's, you know, it's a business jet. They just fly like themselves. It's easier than Boeing, I tell you. There we go. Engine, the right engine. We're just going to call that engine number 1 or engine number 2. She's alive. Happy days. Look at the big, massive engines on this thing. Look at that. Big, massive engines. It's all engine. This thing was built to race around the world. Friggin' massive. I am keeping an eye on this too, so we will use this. Alright, let's start another one. I do like the sounds though. It sounds like an Airbus. N2's rising. N1, there we go. Oh, we had a warning then. Fuel's been ignited or been put into the aircraft by the computer. Can you guys hear it okay? Is it loud or soft? Turbine percent's coming up. Band's coming up. There we go. And it says the APU's still on, but we'll turn that off in a second. There we go. Got two good engines. Actually, we should have turned off the external power and get rid of that because we didn't need that from a little while ago. And get rid of him. We don't need that. We've still got the chocks on, so we'll come back to that in a second. Just some bloke talking over the top of the sound. Does he have a good set of hair? All right, let's turn this guy off. Max bleed off. Generator is, I assume that's off. APU stop. And the RPM's rolling down and the EGT's dropping down. I'm just doing it in the reverse order. Any news on the flight aligned with the release? Has it released? So if I'm asking things, has it released? It must be releasing soon. Has it released yet? But no, I don't know. I know it's going to be soon. Isolation valve can go back on. And master can go off. There we go. The APU is done. It's in the marketplace for 2024. This is in the marketplace for 2024. Yeah. All right. Have we got hydraulics? Flaps. I don't know if we've got hydraulics. Oh, we've got traffic on here though. Okay, so it's slats, one click for slats, and then one click for flaps 5. Alright, does this thing have a parking brake? Is the question. Do we have a parking brake or we just got a foot brake? Because I can't see emergency pull for brake. I can't see if there's actually, what's that there? That's got to be a brake. I don't know, should I be pulling that? That's a brake. Okay. That must be a brake because she moved. Alright, let's go chocks off. And did we move? Let's do that again. Oh yeah, that's the brake. Cool. Alright. Is it worth the price? Maddie, I've only just started it and programmed it, so, but it was $45 AUD. And so far for the immersion, can I get rid of this guy? Does anybody know how to get rid of this guy? Because I don't really want it now. I would love to know how to get rid of it. So far, so good. So far, so good. Performance-wise, it's pretty good. It's got enough detail in here to play around with a lot of different bits and pieces. The autopilot looks like it could do a ILS on it, but we'll see. But I haven't taken off, so I don't know how she flies or any of that sort of stuff, so we'll have to see. It's interesting though. What's this? I just noticed these have got push buttons, so I don't know what they are. They're click spots for something. Ah, it's got the heading knob in there, so you don't have to go and grab it down there. Because otherwise you've got to look all the way down here, do you? Hang on. Might have to look all the way. I can't even get... I reckon that's what that would be. Button at the bottom right-hand corner of the tab, yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's the reason why they put that there. Alright, brakes are on. Parking brake is off. I've got... There we go. Brakes didn't work for a quick second there. Clear on the... I actually don't know where we're going. Hang on, let me have a quick look here. Where's runway 28 left? Where's us? can't get rid of the heading fails. Joseph Jolly, if you need to align the IRSs. So one of the things that was getting me when I was just messing around with it just before the stream is you got to have the standby power on and then turn them both to nav. It won't align unless the standby power is on, and also the emergency needs to be armed, and then it will get rid of them. Hopefully that works. If not, just yell out again. A no to get rid of the tablet. Okay. What does that do? I don't know what that does. And there's buttons behind it that I can't even see in here. So it does move. All right. Where are we? Where's 28? 28, 28, 28, 28. Oh, we've got a taxi all the way up there. All right. Let's go. It's better. Man, this is why this thing taxis fast, because I actually had my throttle bloody in. Holy cow. There she goes, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Mr. Declan, welcome to the stream. We'll try to fly safe. I do like the little grey there. Just checking the reverses. Nice. Like the animation too. So my experience with Flight FX is I'm a massive fan of the Vision Jet, and when I knew them they were doing the Vision Jet, I got really excited. And when they released the Vision Jet, it was crap. But when they went back and fixed it up, it was good. We could see the fan down there. There's Revo taking off. So I'm expecting this to be pretty good. Probably should have chose a different livery though. All services check. Yeah, they did the Honda Jet as well. Yep. Yeah, a lot of people love the Honda Jet. I preferred the Vision Jet because I thought the Vision Jet had a little bit more to play around with. Clear right, clear center, clear left. But is it going to fly the line? We'll have to wait and see. Sounds feel a bit soft though. How are the actual aircraft sounds? I just did the control check before. Panzer said, it's a shame that the Honda Jet is still a buggered in 2024 at double the fuel burn than normal. Well, obviously they were working on this thing, Pan, so they might actually go back and work on it now. Something sneakily? Yes. Yeah. I'm taking people to places where they shouldn't be going. Oh, I noticed we need to put some taxi lights on, but they're down here somewhere. Taxi lights on. There we go. She feels way too light on the, I will say this though, the taxiing just feels way too light. Like that's like I'm not in the simulation there. The taxi needs to be fixed. That's like being in a video game. Not a simulation. That is just way too light. The thing has the same engines as the they're massive engines. Massive engines. There's Beto still over there waiting to go, I think. But yeah, the takeoff's going to be pretty marginal, and because I don't know if I'm meant to be trimming this or what, we'll figure it out. I wonder how do I get backlit lights on these instruments here, because I can hardly see them on the backups. Use usually barely any for us to get this little 319 off the ground. I wish the Phoenix made the 318. Animations are tough to see for the spinners. It doesn't even look like they're spinning, so that looks a bit, could be done better. But obviously this thing's been pictured as a perfect bird. There's not really any bump mapping, so to speak, on it. I know, there's not much texture work there. Here comes Crosshair taking off. Sorry guys, I didn't realise we'd be doing the world's longest taxi either. I'm on your right. I don't think there's any better aircraft. There's Revo. Oh, Beto's moving. But yeah, I think the conversion was like... Oh, that's because I'm muted, Mr. Water Dry. I'm muted. Yeah, I'm muted. I'll do that at least 2 or 3 times in a stream accidentally. So it comes with 2 versions of it, Dave. It comes with the wingless version, which is what we're flying here. And then they do the winglet version, and each of them comes with like 7 liveries or something like that. So it does have a bunch. And don't worry, you'll see... Give it like 2 weeks and there'll be a bunch of livery designs for like $4.99 from third parties in the marketplace. They'll go nuts over it. But yeah, there is a bunch of different ones in there. There's Mr. Unleashed License. Gooning up. Oh, Beto's got the thing. He's got the thing started. Must have done a Control E. The X Plus had winglets. Well, it just comes with winglets. I don't know too much about the history of the aircraft and the different variants, to be honest. So, other than watching Citation Max fly the Citation X, other than that, I don't know too much about it. Business jets isn't really my... Like, if I was going to be a commercial pilot instead of just having a private pilot's license, I would be flying these sorts of planes instead of the big jumbos, because I reckon you can fly into really cool places, but I actually don't know too much about them. Here comes Greg. Says he's in a little Baron, but it'll be something else. Kanga's all the way over there. Alright, we're in a business jet here, so we're just going to start off here. We're going to hold short here, and then hopefully just get going. Oh, hang on. We're only going to taxi 2 seconds down here. Alright, it's not too far. Is this the second flight? No, it's the first one. That's the first one. I should have showcased it a little bit so everybody could have a look to see if they wanted to spend their $55 AUD on the aircraft. So we did a bit of a walk around, had a look at the cabin. So this is why it's only the first flight. But yeah, it's not like let's jump in and go flying. I like to, you know, have a chat to you guys, find out who likes romantic walks along the beach, you know. and then have a look at the thing, because a lot of people, you know, don't necessarily want to go and spend money on something if they think it's crap. And I use the money that I get from you guys and memberships and donations and stuff to buy these planes, so I can show you guys. Mr. William, you can swipe left, right, up and down, whatever you want to do, my friend. But I tell you what, this head doesn't go on an app because it doesn't need to, my friend. It doesn't need to at all. I do like the little fans spinning around to cool down the avionics. Nice touch there. Shit, I was meant to go off runway 28 left. Which is that one over there. Beto, did you follow me to the wrong runway? I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Hey, it's Flight FX. The guys that actually designed it. It's a runway anyway. Yeah, I was too busy chatting. Well, that's... I don't know how to fly your plane, though. I'm just learning. It's the first flight, so... landing lights can go on. Taxi lights can stay on there. Ooh, I didn't know I had that. I could actually have done higher ground idling, maybe for the taxi. Let's go and find out something here. Recognition lights can go on, but the developers are dropped in, and the hobs is actually working. So we've basically just spent like probably 10 grand already. I think that's what we shall do. I think that's all there is. We'll see how we go. Mr. Betty Big Bucks, what's going on? Hello, folks, are coming to the stream, and the first I hear is is the swear words. Yes, yes. This is where Benny Big Bucks, he sits back on the wing. Man, this thing's got massive engines. All right, clear on the left, clear on the right. We were always meant to take off on runway. Can I actually change it? Can I change the departure quickly? No, won't let me. Then go 28 right, and then we'll still do that. I wonder if that's going to mess it up. Doesn't look like it. There we go. We just changed it. Well, congratulations, Flight FX, from your new release. Someone was just asking before you jumped in now, are you going to go back and do some stuff to the Honda Jet now? Do a bit of an update? Did you get that storm at your house? No, Dan. No, thank God. We've had so many. We've had cyclones and storms around here. We don't need any more. All right. Now, I do apologize in advance. This takeoff's not going to be pretty. I don't know how to use the autopilot yet, so we're just going to figure out as we go. And we'll work this out here. 130. I reckon this thing's going to get up to speed in like 2 seconds. And I don't know if it's got an auto throttle or what. I assume that's the auto throttle. Holy cow. She's winding up like a rocket. We're already there. Let's go. Gears going up. Putting a bit of trim on it. Your dampener was already on. Speed's going up. following vectors. I'm just going to hand fly this for a little bit before I go and do direct to. I'm going to be putting the flaps up. The only thing I would say, Flight FX, could you do us a favor if you ever do an update to this? Can you put it like co-pilot view in? And the reason why I would love a co-pilot, so then I can do the little thing where I can pop myself out of the plane and actually do some wing views instead of inside wing views. I like actually doing them on the outside. Alright, so we've got a little warning here. Rat heat off. See, I need to mess around with all this other stuff because I actually don't know. Alright, clear on the right, clear on the left. We are just going to hand fly it and see how she feels. It's going to be near the green knobs on the co-pilot side. Is that to pop out of the plane? Are you talking to me or someone else in the chat? I'm hoping you're talking to us. So we got vectors at the moment. Oh no, for the rat heat. It's going to be near the... Alright, I'll sort it out in a second. Geez, you don't really need to work the throttle. It's got some up and go. All right, let's go and fix the discontinuity here. And then I'm going to work out how to put the autopilot on in a second. See if that's going to do something for us. And we might need to follow the heading bug first. And little green knob on the co-pilot side. See if I can get this autopilot worked out. There's 10. Landing lights can go off. And then we're coming over to that. How come I can't see? Why have we only got this little bit here? What have we done? Ah, helps if you do that whole little piece there. There we go. All right, we're good. So we're going to follow the magenta line here. Oh, I'm clicking on stuff that I shouldn't be clicking. I'll come back into the chat soon, guys, and just learn how to fly this thing here. All right. Flight plans in, and now I've got a little green switch. What was that warning? Rat heat. Where's the green switch on the co-pilot side? Oh, green knob on the co-pilot side. On the right corner there is... Oh, hang on. I'll keep moving my mouse in and out. There we go. Cool. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. There's a green knob. I'm looking for... Yeah, I'm muted because I absolutely just scared the bejeebers of myself when I jumped out outside the aircraft. Did I do the same for you guys? I don't know where the rat heat is. Suppose I better turn some pedostatic heats on though. Windshields will turn on. I just don't know where that knob is. I've gone and logged the co-pilot view. It should be in a future update. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate that, and I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy to be able to do that, so you can pop themselves out when you do it out of the plane. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much for doing that. Pilot static is the rat heat. Ah, Roger. Okay, so I got rid of it. Okay, cool. There's enough in here, and I'm not saying this because Flight FX is here, and I was sort of mentioned it before. People are asking, is it worth? I think it costs 45 Australian dollars. There's definitely enough in here to keep you busy and playing around with stuff. Like, I haven't even had a look at. I've just had a look at it and gone, all right, how do I start this thing? I haven't looked at any checklist. I haven't looked at any videos. I've just gone and worked it out through my knowledge of flying airliners and what stuff. And there's a bunch of other click spots and all this other stuff that I haven't played around with. So I think the Avionics on the Citation X is a lot to keep you entertained and have fun with during flights. So the plane has a rat. No, it was obviously a different name for the pitot heats. So the pilot static ports. So anti-ice systems over here. So you've got all your engines, stabilizers, slats, windshields, pitot heats over there. Hydraulics are over here. I haven't messed around with any of this sort of stuff. And then you've got your lights down the bottom here. And pressurization, I haven't even messed around with. So there's all click spots here, but I haven't touched any of it. All your different, there's lighting knobs all over the plane. Holy cow, we're doing 3,000 at 27,000 knots. Really, I could be doing this by VS, couldn't I? Just bring that engine power down a little bit. Gino, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. The rat air is the air temperature. Roger. You might want to climb at FLC. Yeah. Because we are losing speed. I'll pump the nose down there. Look at that. We're doing 0.80. That will slow us down a little bit. And then what else have we got over here? So over here we've got all the bleed air and packs over here, which I haven't messed around with yet, but just even having a look at this, like it can check all the I don't know if that's temps. I think that might be temps in the different areas there, and I've got that on auto, but you can check the cabins 23 degrees and so forth. APU systems are over here. None of the circuit breakers pull out, but I did notice these ones. Some of these I could pull out before. No, I was dreaming. Must have been a different plane. What have we got over here? Lights, cross feeds. Here's all your cabin lights, cockpit lights, and obviously that's the power and avionics there. Down here is the comms, which I haven't messed around with because we're not doing VATSIM or sane tensions at the moment, but we will see if we can do a some nav information later. Speed brake, secondary stuff there, which that actually works too. Engine synchronization, are you assuming? So I don't know if I actually need to use that or not. And then obviously FlightFX has done a nice job by enabling these up here, so you don't have to keep looking down, which is a nice little job there. Well done for them, because that's pretty all the way down there. And there, obviously the IRS is there, and it's got a radar which I haven't messed around with yet, and I don't know if it works. And then obviously you've got trims and the brake there. So yeah, there's a bit of stuff to be messing around with, that's for sure. How often do you go live? Gino, we usually go live to 3 to 4 times a week, and we usually have 1 or 2 videos a week as well. So that's what it comes when to actually sort of doing our... We're not going up anymore. Oh, do you know what? Because that's not set. So, how do I actually set the... Oh. Rookie. Rookie. We're going up to 45. Now we're going up. Oh, rookie. Now she's going to drop down in speed. So yeah, about 3 to 4. I've got a time slot that I like doing, but it's not really fitting in for our viewers. So that might turn into a trucking time slot, which is Tuesdays. But yeah, we stream 3 to 4 times a week, and a couple of videos a week. And obviously we have our other thing that we do, which is Flight Sim Mods, where we've always working on stuff for that. Now it's going to go back up. All right, it's all adjusting there. I don't know how to tut that onto standard though, or if I need to worry about it in this thing. Oh, there's another angular attack backup meter there. Cool. And I haven't messed around with any of this sort of stuff. And also all your different buttons and bits and pieces for the avionics there. So yeah, there's a heaps of stuff to mess around with, that's for sure. STD buttons under the vertical speed gauge. Hang on, where am I looking? Vertical speed gauge. Ah, there it is there. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Does that work? It didn't change it. Do you have to hold it in? It's not working. It's there, but I can't get it to activate. Weird. What made you get into streaming? I don't know. I've been doing YouTube for like 10 years, my friend. 10 years in December we've had our YouTube channel. Streaming was just a natural progression that we started like 5 or 6 years ago. The Babes? What's the Babes? No. Dream on, Inspector. Dream on. I'm more than happy to pass the baton down to you, my friend, if you think the Babes are here. I think it changed at 29.83, did it? I could be wrong. It says 29.92. So it hasn't changed it. It didn't change that one either. The Babes and the money. Well, there's none of those, but Mrs. Oz is a babe. She always has been, but she was around before we started doing... actually, flight simming was around before Mrs. Oz, because I've been doing flight simming for years, since I was a kid, so... Racer XL says, I'm taking a break from the X, having a coffee and a donut. What you knew? A good bit. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. I just checked the replay and it was on 29.96. It changed it to 29.92. Roger, Dodger. Okay, cool. Well, I guess they're on the backup. It's on 29.96, so that would make sense. Okay. Cool. Panzer, thank you for going back and confirming that. Is it time to RTFM, Shane? What do you mean? What's RTFM? Can you get past the 0.90? Well, we're still climbing at the moment. So we're at 0.80 for level change for that. And our fan's still spinning. But yeah, performance was great out of Boise. We should have some nice views coming into what's our first stop tonight? Telluride. So we've got a fair bit to go before we find a top of D or anything like that. So and it's showing all the traffic in the sim. Never. 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 The thing is, I don't know. Who actually reads the manual? With all the releases, does that actually work? I don't really want to pull it, but I don't think it works. Me, pilots. Yeah, as a pilot, I've read the pilot handbook for aircraft, absolutely, but not in the sim. As you can see, we've sort of we've had a couple little bits of help for a couple of things like the RAM and stuff, which was the pedo, which we already fixed before we knew it was the RAM and stuff like that. But we threw this all together ourselves. Don't need a manual. You were a tech auditor. What does that auditor? Is that a tech auditor? Is there a cabin pressure reading on the MFD, or is it only a show on the gauges? Not that I've actually had a look. Fuel flow, standard, flaps. I've got all these other buttons that I haven't messed around with. Hydraulics, electric. Not that I can see. No. It might be only just on the gauges, which I can't see from all the way over there. But this is a two-pilot operation aircraft anyway, so it's reading. I can hardly read that. I can't even need to get in closer. There we go. So it's reading us at about 40,000 feet and the cabin pressure is 7,000. So that's about right. So we're just past 40,000 and it's got the cabin as 7,000. Hey, Mrs. Oz Flight Sim, is anyone watching Air India crash? What went wrong on SBS? No, it must be only you. And you must be really, really bored if you're watching SBS. We generally don't talk about the plane crashes here, Mrs. Oz, because it's a bit of a downer, you know. But whatever you want to do. Written flight manuals, services, procedures, and service bulletins, and the like. Oh, okay. Well, I guess you read the manuals. Nobody Point says Mrs. Oz Flight Sim is watching air crash. Is the progress right here? No, we simulate here, Mrs. Oz. Oops, my bad. I'm actually. Is this Mrs. Yes, it is. This will be Mrs. Oz. That is Flight Effects. That's the wifey in the other room. Yeah. So Mrs. Oz, Flight FX is actually the developer that made this plane that just released. Have I got my landing lights on still with the LEDs? I thought I switched those off. How come they look like they're still on? What other lights do we have on? Tail lights, regulation light, nav lights. What other lights do we have on? I don't know. Those are recognition lights. Ah, okay. There we go. Flight FX, have you spent hours and hours in people's streams and stuff like that today, having a chat to everybody? I imagine you would. Part of the job. I think that's the first developer you've ever talked to, Mrs. Oz. Devs were doing that yesterday. Oh, there we go. I do like the grey livery. It's very, very nice. Just don't worry about the Victor Hotel. I forgot to change that. She says, yep, 100%. Man, they're massive engines. Absolutely massive engines on this thing. What speed are we running at? So Nelly are getting to... Actually, we're meant to be on 45. So let's drop that down to 45. There we go. We're going to hit that. Speed's going to come up. Excuse me. This thing's an absolute beast with those massive engines on there. Very Maximus 7, I like the livery, just needs a bit of orange. The Crashin. I don't know. Like, if I owned one, I would go and get type rated in the actual aircraft because there would be more fun flying it. Like John Travolta or Tom Cruise, you might as well fly your own. Is it coffee time? Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Yeah, coffee time was an hour ago. But I'm going to jump out for a quick sec, guys, because I've got a couple of FS Mods prints on that I need to change over so I can get a couple more done for the evening. And... yeah, interesting. Anyways, I will be back in a little bit. If you've got any questions for Flight FX, feel free to...
Enjoy your massive engines.
What is that meant to mean, Evil? What does enjoy your massive engines mean? I reckon there is a underlying message there, but Evil, thank you very much for the $10 dono. I appreciate it. Very, very, very kind. Very kind. All right, guys. Too much information? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Anyways, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Excuse me. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask Flight FX while they're in the stream. But I'll be back shortly. There we go. Michael has hit 900 hours. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, Michael. Thank you very much for the support and hanging out in the stream so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Legend. I don't have any pop-ups for that. I got rid of them all when I refixed the stream when we we're going to do the vertical streams, which we still might do. I just don't know. But thank you, Michael. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you, Legend. Guys, please put some holy doolies or something in the chat for Michael. 900 hours. That is absolutely insane. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Planes are coming in thick and fast these days, but when we're going to get a widescreen windscreen wipers? Oh my god, probably never. Probably never. Helicopters, you can put some helicopters in there. That's my pleasure. I appreciate it. Hey Sean, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. All right, I am now just going to do this a little bit early, but we're going to have a look at our arrival. Reason why we're going to have a look at our arrival. What speed are we doing? We're doing Mach 9.02. So we're meant to be doing 0.88, but we're doing 0.092. We've got a crosswind, I think, of 32 knots, if I read that right. But we're going to put our arrival detailed in, so hopefully it will actually give us a top of descent. And our speed is fluctuating 238. So at 238, but it says on here is 0.902. It just woke up. Well, good morning, sir. Welcome to the stream. We're just doing our first official flight. There's another tropical storm near Japan. Yeah. We'll basically go into storm season in a month or two. But not just yet. All right, let's have a look at... Oh, hang on, what's descent information? Landing. All right, we'll need to put all this stuff in here. So let's have a look at our... landing, takeoff. No, what do I want to actually look at? Arrival. There we go. Approach. So runway. All right, let's chart this up and have a little bit of a look and see what we've got to do for the first time. All right, so we're going into Telluride. It's generally going to be visual approaches. So it's asking us to go into runway 9, which is this one. Is it this one? Yeah, okay, direct in. So it'll probably just be an approach, but... Oh, they got RNAVs in there. The Telluride. Oh, interesting. What do we want to grab? We might grab the final. That's Lokes. Does that give you nothing? That's what we'll grab. We'll grab the RNAV final and work off that. There we go. And then it's just going to be visual in. All right, runway. Let's work this out, shall we? Named. They named the tropical cyclone called Francisco, as in Francisco from what's the thing? The Cars, from the movie Cars. Wasn't it Francisco was like one of the tire changes? Runway 09. And we're going to be doing the RNAV Mary. RNAV Mary. There we go. And does it get finals? I think we're doing vectors to the approach, because I don't think there's anything else. Yeah. I think it's going to be vectors. Oh no, we're doing ETL is where we actually do the transition into. So it's going to be this guy here. There's nothing there. All right, let's activate that. And oh, what have I done here? Because I pressed it in there twice. It's in there like 3 times. Good job, Oz Flight Simmer. So we're going to grab this guy here, and we're going to put it on this guy on the discontinuity. Is where we're going to put that. So then that should give us... There, okay, cool. And then descent. I assume I have to put that information in here on this thing. Winds, we can put those details in. Oats, we can get all that sort of stuff as well. So I can grab all that information. Landing slope width, dry, flaps 15. That's going to be a landing weight. Can I go flaps 35? There we go. Anti-ice will be off. So there's a little bit of information we need to put in there. The FMC, or the FMS, is actually quite sort of detailed with this. I wonder if this is... Oh, and now it's put a top of D in there in 150 nautical miles that I wanted. So that's fantastic. It's awesome. Are you streaming tomorrow, Gino? No. So our next stream after today will be on Saturday morning. So, because generally what I do is, if we have a second video out for the week, which we probably will tomorrow, I've got like 3 or 4 videos recorded. I've just got to edit them. They're all hardware videos, so they're usually one's out on a Thursday and then another video out on a Saturday. So, which means we don't stream until Saturday morning. Here's the next stream. Nice. The thing is fast. What's the ground speed? I actually didn't even look at that. Sorry, I missed some comments. Let's have a look, see if we can find some ground speed. Ground speed's 502. Indicated airspeed's 513. And we've got traffic in 15.3, I think that means. But yeah, 501. And we're doing 0.901 on the Mach meter. Bunnings is the best? What do you mean, Bunnings? Bunnings for what? That's fast. I know, this thing. Well, look at it. It's built like a spaceship. And look at the size of the engines. They're massive. They cut off there because they're the actual reverses there, but it's a massive unit. No, not that sort of review, Beto, you smarty pants. Are you streaming tomorrow? No, I mentioned that before. No, we're not streaming tomorrow. Next stream's Saturday. But there'll be plenty of other people streaming. Tony Beto for the pepper spray. Did you see that on the news? That guy that went into the Bunnings and started spraying around the bloody chili spray. And that it was so bad they had to have like a hazard shower out the front, and customers had to get naked in the car park and wash themselves off, and people went in the hospital. Did you guys see that? It didn't happen recently. I think he only had his court case recently. But yeah, he had the chili, like the world's worst chili spray, and he was spraying around in the Bunnings. I did, that's why I say. That's crazy evil. He turned around and he said that he had fart spray in his pocket and he pulled out the wrong one. Yes, Satan's Spit it was called. Holy Moose.
Holy Moses, 46
Holy
months,
Moses.
almost 4 years, wow.
Almost 4 years, but not quite 4 years. So is it really 4 years if it's not 4 years? That's the question, Beto. Think about what I just said, but not before you go to bed. Australia is weird. So he reckons he had, I like your channel. Thank you, Gino. We like having you here. He said he had like a fart spray in there as well, but he meant to pull the fart spray out, but he sprayed the Satan's Spit. Why have both of them in your pocket? He got 16 months jail. Really? We probably could have killed someone if they had like a massive allergic reaction or something. Tell you what. what people got to do to get their kicks these days, it's the same as all these young kids going around pinching cars and stabbing people and stuff. The Bunnings snag prices are ridiculous. You realise, Ben, you realise when you're buying a Bunnings snag, right? He got off lightly. Yeah. Ben, when you're buying a Bunnings snag, you're not paying for the snag. So you're literally paying to have the sausage and bread, but you're donating it because it's going to charity. So every time you go and buy a Bunnings, that's a different charity because you have to book in to do it. And that charity supplies all its own sausages, all its own bread. That's all done. Bunnings just supplies the barbecue and the setup. All the food and stuff is not supplied by Bunnings. It's actually supplied by the people doing the charity. So that's why, and all the prices are set by Bunnings as well. They give suggested pricing. I know, because me and Mrs. Oz helped out someone that was doing one. So we sort of know how it's all done. But what's a snag? Sausage and bread. Like a snag. A sausage. A fried sausage like on a barbecue, put in some bread. Not a hot dog though. And yeah, so you're paying a little bit extra because you're supporting the charity. It's all for charity. Oh, good, but they're definitely yummy. Well, I guess if they're using the same barbecues over and over, it's been the juices of all those snags over those years have been fermented into the snag that you're buying and eating, I guess, if you look at it that way. So your snag has been cuddling many other snags on that barbecue from years of snags cuddling on the barbecue, if that makes sense. They lost me with the onions on the bottom. You don't like onions on the bottom? Well, the thing is, Betty Big Bucks, it's different people doing it each time. It's different people do it each time. So some people might do onions on the bottom. Some people might do onions on the top. It depends. Just go to a different Bunnings. They'll have a different person. I believe Bunnings provides the gas too for the barbecue. Yeah, they provide that, and then they have to give them a like a little health and safety thing, and they come and check it off and make sure the place is good, and then they'll go and do checks later on and all that sort of stuff like that, make sure no one's getting blown up and all safety precautions are followed and all that sort of stuff like that. So tastes different on the bottom, if you say so. All right, so what we need to figure out here, because I've never actually done this flight, how come? All right, so how do I get it to show the altitude? So that's the flight plan, right? But how do we get... Does anybody know who's been flying this? How do we actually get this to show the altitude? Oh, no. So it peaked and meant to be at 12,500. So it's showing it there. Okay. So that's what we'll put into the altimeter, I guess. I'm assuming it's going to fly the VNAV. We'll find out. Local community groups can book in and run the Bunnings sausage. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. There is no Bunnings in iKnob. Oh. There you go. Richard Centil's got one for you, Betty. He says, if you like onions on top, why not just turn the thing over? Or just eat it upside down. Then the onions will be on top again. Oh. I guess that would only work if you didn't have sauce. All right, here's a question for you guys. And I know we've got a multicultural group here. Here's a bit, right? But for your Bunnings snags, for the Aussies, for your Bunnings snags, do you do tomato sauce, barbecue sauce, or do you do a mixture of mustard and one of those sauces? What do you do? For me, I live in Queensland, but I don't do barbecue sauce like the rest of the Queenslanders do because I'm from Victoria. So it's tomato sauce or tomato sauce with mustard. I know who all the Victorians are, so the Victorians will be with me on the tomato sauce. Queenslanders are a bit weird when it comes to barbecue sauce and potato scallops. Mustard, tomato. I'm with you, Mr. Steve Webster. Unless I have onion. If I have onion, it's just going to be tomato. I can't do tomato and mustard and onion. I'm Victorian, tomato and mustard. There we go. See, I can tell who the Victorians are. I'm with you. Richard said, don't like their flaming sauce. He said, I'm going to go back and put some HP sauce in there. How do you... well, they've got to buy their own sauce, Richard. So some of them might actually have HP sauce. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. A little bit of Satan spit on the side. Imagine ingesting that, you'd be dead. What do you guys have to have onions? Why do you guys have to have onions on the bottom? Oh, I don't know. Betty's, let me just say, I think he's very fussy when it comes to onions. I think he's a bit of a fussy bird, Dave, really, to be honest. Do you know how to fly this plane? We're learning how to fly it today because it only just come out. So we're at this stage. We're saying yes, but it's definitely not the most complex. What? See, I tell you what. Here's another reference to Benny to be being a bit picky, right? Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 2024. So what if 2024 comes with stutters, bugs, aircraft that don't work? See, Benny doesn't want to pick it up because of all those things. Because it has bugs. It crashes to desktops. Stutters. Performance is not that great. Trees are amazing though. Amazing trees. The LOD's not the best. It's online. So, but Benny just finds all the bad things like that and says, "No, I'm not going to get it." See, he's a bit picky, isn't he? Yeah, bit picky. Sorry, wait for stability. I'm just messing with you, Benny. Okay, Bunnings is a hardware store, but charity sells snags outside with some help from Bunnings. Yes, Mr. William Kelly. Yep. Yeah, so it's a big chain. It's the biggest chain of hardware stores. There's like one on every corner, right? And they have, in the car park there at the front there, they have the snag set up so charities can go in there and they sell cans of drink like Coca-Cola and stuff like that and snag. I think the snags, what are they, $3.50? I think they're $3.50 Australian. And you can then have whatever condiments that you want, including onion, and you can get a drink or a bottle of water as well for usually like $2 for $1 or whatever. So the price is a little bit inflated. That being said, the profits, the people that do there's our first bump in turbulence we've had. The people have got to get all their money back, and then whatever profits are made are going to charities. So, and everybody's time is all just done on done for free. Yeah. If I owned aircraft like that, you wouldn't have a grey one. Why? Makes me look like I'm special military operations. You know, Rambo could just jump out of his parachute there and float down, and perhaps he might get his parachute might get caught, and then he's going to be flying out the back there, and then he's got to cut the cable and loses all his weapons. You know, they should make a movie about that. Mr. Mark says, I'm picking up the trim wheel at the post office this morning. I was going to the Oh, the post office. That's where the PO box is there. Well, hopefully it hasn't been damaged or that, because it's the second trip that it's made to the US for you. G'day from the knob, by the way. Mr. Steve Webster, what knob is that? Onions for the top of me. I bought the bird today, but I haven't tried it. Yeah. This is our very first flight, so I made it a little bit longer. We're about to hit our top of D, so let's see if we can actually work this out here. So we're going to put down to peaks, so we're going to be 1250. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put this to 1250 and figure out if it's just going to do it itself. I don't know why the heading knob picked up then, but anyways. So we're going to see if this is going to grab it itself, because I actually don't know how this works. See how it just flashed up? It's a bit weird. There we go, it's just done it again. So just about to hit the top of descent. So I don't know what it's going to do. What is my favorite food to eat? Probably pizza. I'm a pilot. Are you? Where are you flying to? Telluride. I will update you on its condition by a direct message in Discord. No worries. It should be all good. What's all this Rambo mumbo jumbo? Ain't no tourist. Pizza. Pizza. I love Italian food. Italian food's my favorite. I'm not Italian though. I just like it. All the carbs. Alright, I'm just really intrigued to see if we're actually going to pick this up. It's still got a little smidgen to go. Or I'm going to have to do some manual work with it. I'm not sure if I'm flying this properly. But we've lost all our friends. Oh no, they're all over there. Italian? Betty, when are you going to start streaming, Benny? See, I like when Pringles started streaming because I could go and pay him out. So all you guys need to start streaming so I can jump in your streams and be a pain in the ass as well. You got it. I'll subscribe, Benny. I could see Benny on the stream. He'd be lying in his bed with all these dollars. He goes, Benny doesn't get out of bed for any less than $1,000 a day. For an Oz Flight Simmer stream. I thought I was providing some great conversation topics. Some of the time you are, but not all the time. Some of the time, not all the time. I assume our friends Flight FX have gone on to the next stream. I would have posters of 2020 behind me. I'm actually going to, what I'm going to do is behind me here, I'm actually going to 3D print some flight sim posters. I'm going to 3D print some using Forge. So, but I just need some time to do it. You'll see some stuff coming up you'll see some content coming up that's going to be pretty cool stuff. So, but yeah, so I'm going to have some flight sim wall art that I'm going to design. No 2D trees. Oh, there we go. It's just hit top of D and it's going down. We're going down. There we go. This thing can fly a VNAV. There we go. We are going down. I might need to put some speed braking though. Excuse me. Is it going to manage the speed? What's the descent speed? Hang on, let's have a quick look here. Preference descent. speed is at 300. Oh shit, no. No. No, we're like way over. It's gone to 280 already. It shouldn't be at 280 right now because we're at we're going to break the sound barrier the way that we're going. So it's set to do that where initially it should have been a little bit lower because we're at 45,000 feet, but we're at Mach 0.97. Let's see if we can break the speed barrier, ladies and gentlemen. The promise of the Banana Channel is still a mere dream. But more to the conversation, we're going to break the speed barrier. Look. This thing is going to go Mach 1. Ooh, 0.990. This better not black screen on me. Your name is Ali from Indonesia. What's going on, Ali? Welcome to the stream. 0.993. I got some warnings going on. 0.996. If I get to 1 and this thing black screens, I'm going to spew. Enders, we're just started our descent. Soon as it black screens, soon as we get to 0.1, I'm going to whack the anchors out. 0.99. Yeah! Phytomex is still here. How embarrassing. Alright. Fun is over. We've just killed ourselves, but not virtually. There we go. Let's slow down a little bit here. Nice to see the VNAVs working though. On time performance, yes. There we go. Let's slow down. That evil, I told you, there doesn't need to be any clipping. Doesn't need to be any clipping, my friend. What happens in stream should stay in the stream. So should I be flight level changing this as well? I think so. I should be flight level changing this as well. Hope the re-entry shields work. Yes, the heat shield's still intact. The heat shield's still intact. There we go. Joseph's checking his Oz coins. Gio says, I'm off to sleep now. I will catch you on the next stream. No worries. Thanks very much for popping in. I appreciate it. All right, we are now, and I'm going to start whacking out some air brakes here as well. I don't know how good these brakes are. Holy cow, we just did a smidgen. Look at that, the doors are out. Down to 280, the nose should drop now, in theory. There we go, nose is dropping again now. There we go, fantastic. I'm actually going to change this to 280. Oh, well, won't let me. Won't let me. Well, we may not need the brake. So assuming there's no auto throttle, I did see a thing in the thing here. Does that make sense? I did see a setting in the setting. I'm even making less sense than normal. There's something about enable auto throttle module. Ah, okay. Auto throttle. For the FMS. Alright, let's have a play around with this. See, we could have been messing around with this all along. It's off though. How do I actually turn it on? Is there a little button there? Oh, I just turned the flight director on. What did I just press? I've done something I shouldn't have. See, this is why you shouldn't mess around with stuff, you know? Shit. I've broken it now. So the real aircraft, there's a third-party option to install an auto-throttle module, which I just said. We have decided to include this function in at the sim to make the plane easy to fly. Yeah, I've just messing around with it now. Messing around with it is the key word. And I don't know what I've just done to the plane. She wants to pitch up now. Alright, autopilot, flight control on. There we go. So how do you actually switch it on, Flight FX? So it says off now. How do I actually switch the auto throttle on? So I want it to do FMS, but how do I actually switch it on? I don't know. Yeah, I've got it on the iPad to put it here, but how do I actually switch it on to actually go? Because it says it's on the off position. Where's the on position? Is it any of these? You can click on the ATS label above the FMS. Like the big button? The thing where it's got the big button? Oh, just don't mind us. We're just now doing minus 3,000 here until we get to 300. There we go. Oh my god. Just make sure. Are you guys all right in the back there? Put your spacesuits on. Oh my god, we're going down. All right, VS should start to come up a little bit there. The shudder that's actually caused by my AB9, by the way, so it's not actually in the plane itself. So to keep 300 though, oh, the speed did actually change to 280. Oh no, that's called climb. I wonder if I can. I want to be able to change the descent speed. But that's in blue. That says 300 there. How do I actually change the speed? Speed, 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 speed. Is there like a speed button I can change the speed? Surely. Altitude, heading, CRS. I would love to be able to change the speed. Where is the CDI heading? Don't know. You can click on the ATS label. Yeah, where's the actual... Anybody know where the speed? It's probably sitting right in front of me like all the other switches have been tonight. Don't know. Anyways, why is that going on? And we're now it's going down to 280. No, 300. I am going to get the RNAV charts out and just have a bit of a look here. And I don't have any charts. Oh, that's great. Open charts, please. Are we doing... Which Arnev am I doing? Mike. Pitch up, pitch down is on the autopilot section. So so it's only by this though. So you can't actually use the you can't change the speed. So you can't actually change the actual speed. That's locked in. Sorry, just reading the chart. Mr. Hulk says the VSI mid top point. Mid top point. Where are we referring that to? I'm blind. I thought the pitch up and down roller changed the... does it? Well, I'm not seeing it change the actual speed though. Shit, there's Telluride. Hang on. We'll have to sort that out at a different time. If anybody knows, let us know. Or can provide a little bit more detail of where I should be looking. But music's going off. Because we're coming in. There's Telluride up there. Autopilot's going to go off. That guy is going to go off. All dampener trims on. Cool. Click all this off here. Board's going to go out. And we're just going to fly her in because we're way closer than what I thought we were. Taxi lights, landing lights, everything can go on. Recognition lights can go on. And this is going to be our first landing, ladies and gentlemen. She's really... She feels heavy on the controls, but the first initial part is nimble, if you get what I'm trying to say. Can I arm those? Is it like an arm position? Don't know. Better put some throttle in there. Alright, I assume that I can put in the first notch flaps because we're under 240. Oh, it's when you don't have it installed. Roger, okay. What's the max speed for the brakes, for the gear, anybody? Flaps 15. We're going to go for flaps 35. Speed limit, okay. All right. So it's like 170. I'll read that once I land. This is our first landing. And I don't know how she lands. But yeah, we haven't landed yet. I'm definitely going to say this is worth the money you pay for. I've had fun flying it and get to know it for the first flight. We're a little bit higher, but that's okay. Because this thing's got reverses. And I've got the button set for it. I'd rather stay high. Because our speed's a little bit low. And we've got a tree right there. So we'll float this in a little bit. I don't know how the ground effect is. Oh, okay. We need to give it a. We need to flare it a little bit more. I do love the set. That touchdown sound was nice. A bit rough, but. Manual braking. But yes, we gave everybody a bit of a sore bum. And did they pop up? Speed brakes pop up? It was a bit of a bosh. You need to deploy the speed brakes manually, by the way. Okay. I was trying to see if I could arm them, but I couldn't arm them, and I was thinking, oh, are they going to deploy manually? Oh, the only criticism I have Flight FX, and I don't know if this is the real thing, but it just feels like I have like a generic thing set on my rudder pedals, but it just feels like this thing is super twitchy on the rudder pedals. On the taxi. That's the only thing that I sort of was like, Let's hope the next landing's going to be a bit better, because that one was at 8,000 feet too, so. But yeah, we made it. We survived. I would say that is a successful first flight. We got to know it, so got to know the plane. We'll definitely be flying this again, and we are going to do another flight, so. I don't know how it does the turnaround. I missed the start. Is this aircraft out already? Yeah, Benny Big Bucks. Yeah, it released, well, Australian time, like 2 o'clock this morning. Actually, we needed the taxi on. Yeah, so it's out now. You can only get it on the marketplace. When you do pick up the 2020 version, it will give you the 2024 version for when you finally get into the 2024 sim. When it is installed, you use the knob on the ATS panel. If you click the switch around the knob, you can change it from the... Hang on, let me read this again. Oh, no, it's 2020. No, you can get it for 2020. If you click on the switch around the knob, you can change it from FOS to manual. Ah, okay. I knew it had a manual there. And then I can change the speed. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Then I can have a bit more control over it. Okay, cool. Cool. Thank you, Flight FX. See? Who needs a manual when you can bludge off the developer and just ask them questions directly, you know? See? All right, we are going to turn this guy on. Oh. And we're going to start that up. And the next flight we do is a super short flight too, so that'll make things interesting. I don't think we're going to get all the 4 flights in, by the way, but... There's Captain Kookaburra. Thank you, sir. we're going to the ski fields, but we're in the wrong part of the season. Did I just see something here? I think that fan spins at different speeds. Looks like it does. There's nowhere. Oh, we just missed the only parking spot we had. We left that one for you, Mr. Captain Kookaburra. We are gonna get put into to the GA parking by the looks of it. Hang on, is old mate? Is he putting me up where the helicopter stands are? All right, we'll take this one. We'll take this one. No worries. And I'm blinding him with my taxi light. Thank you, sir. We'll take this one. There. Does he want me to come up a little bit more? Oh. Of course. There we go. All right, let's go over here. Let's fire this up. This is all good. Generator can go on. Maximum bleed can go on. That's cool. That's cool. Switch that off there. We are going to shut down the engines. We're just going to figure out how we shut them down, just like that. There's a special parking for when they do the Mark 1 after the flight inspection. Yes. Revo, can you check the plane after us breaking the sound barrier? I think we need to fill out some Guinness Book of Records or something to that effect, I think. Hey, Flight FX, how do you do a turnaround on here? Do you just have to go back into the EFB and do the state? Would that be it? Or does it reset your flight plan? Or can... Oh, clear flight plan. There we go. Ah, there we go. There we go. We've cleared the flight plan and we can go and grab another sim brief one and do it all again. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. All right. We need to let these guys out quickly. Oh, the lights come up too when you press that button. Look at that. The lights come on. There we go. We've got to have the lights on for the people. I wonder how that looks with the night lighting on with the thing. Hang on. We need to check that out, actually. Let's change what we set on that time there. Oh, you can see the lights shining in the nights. So if I go actually in here and turn it off, that's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. That's a bit la-di-da. Lights go on, light go off. Ooh, scary. That's pretty cool. I love it. I love that. That's nice. It's very, very cool. All right, let's go back to where we were. So it was a morning flight. I think it was around about there. Never knew that you could actually see my character. That's cool. Yeah, absolutely you can. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We can... you press Control-C. So now I'm jumping out. I can go into third-person view, but I just go into this view. So, hey, mate, what do you reckon of the new wheels? I'm on an easy $5.99 $2 million payment plan. Yep, 2 easy payments of $5.99 or 2 million of them, and you can have one for yourself, Revo. All right, let's have a look and see what the flight plan's going to be for the next one. We were going to... What was the next one? And we'll quickly park that in there. All right, let me get Sim Brief up and running and do another one. Let's get some music happening for you folk. Yes, you could have one of these for 2 million, easy 2 million payments of $5.99. And for the first 1,000 callers, you can get the grey edition, just like us. All right, so we're at KTEX, and then where are we going? KASE. KASE. Forgot where that was. AFS. I'm not ready to do any VATSIM or say intentions on this thing yet. I need another flight. Citation X, which is already here. This is already in SimBrief, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So the guys got the Navigraph team organized and put it in there. So it's got the Flight FX winglet version and non-winglet version. So we're going to do the non-winglet version. And this flight's 26 minutes. Holy cow, that's going to keep us busy. That is going to keep us busy. All right, we'll leave that open while we get things up and running here. And then straight away, we should be able to go to flight plan or destination. No, hang on. What's all mean? Ah, can I change them in here if I wanted to? I might be able to. Anyways, flight plan, destination we are going to, which is going to be KASE. KASE. Oops. Oh, man. Have another go. I'm just immediately thinking the A's start here and I'm pressed on the wrong thing. Oh my god. KASE. Oh my god. Holy cow, that was super bad. I'm trying to remember how I actually got the pref data. I'm trying to think how I actually got the nav. There we go, SimBrief. There we go. Let's go and recall that. There we go. It's got information. No, KTX again. Departure point. Okay, that's right. All right, let's quickly chart this up. Then we'll put the fuel. I think it already grabs the fuel anyway. So let's get rid of this guy here. Let's go hide. Actually, I need that. Unload. Import. Let's grab some flight details. Runway 9. So if we go to departure, runway 9, we're going to activate that. I'm not going to worry about anything else right now. If we go to page fuel management, and we'll just make sure this is matching SimBrief. I don't remember how we did this before. Total fuel is 15. It says my block fuel. No. All right. I'm going to go 1765. I've forgotten how we did this. How did I do this before? I remember how I did this. Fuel management. I thought I just parked it in here. I could be wrong. I've forgotten how to do it. Anybody, any takers? How did I do this before? I've forgotten what I was doing. It's all blue, so I don't know why I can't change it. Blue, I assume blue means you can't change stuff. But 15 for fuel, Fuel burn's only going to be 509, so maybe it just grabs it. But it has block fuel is 1765 in sim brief. 1547 will be fine for the flight. I don't know. Runway 9 heading 105. Let's grab the oats. Maybe I need to put that information in to take off with. Let me grab, because I didn't put the wind. I put the cruise winds in. I actually didn't put the takeoff winds in. I don't know why I did that, but anyways, when we took off before, KTEX KTEX. Let's grab the weather on the meter. Oh, apparently, am I not on live weather? No, we're not on. We're on live weather. It actually says it's IFR. Oh no, the clothes are. Yeah, okay, that makes. Don't worry. I forgot. I didn't take into consideration the airport altitude. I'm getting tired. 10 knots. So we put that in there. I wonder if it's going to let me put in the oat. So it allows me to put that in there. So why couldn't I go back and change the fuel before? Or did I have to put it in here? Press the fleet button. 1765. No. Can't put it in there. Maybe it doesn't allow you to mess around with the fuel. I don't know. All right, so that was takeoff information. And climb. Speeds. Can I mess around with the speeds? After 15, I want to say just do 280. I can. Cool. I don't want to do any more than that. Cruise, we're just going to do 300 because descending, I'm going to change this to 260. Landing, I'm actually going to put my landing information in now because it's a quick flight. So I'm going to grab it, put it in here now so I'm not messing around with it. Actually, I'm just going to put in the oat and the wind and because I don't know which way I'm going to be landing yet. So I'll just put this information in here. And the winds when we land are going to be 210 at 70. So I'm just going to put that information in there because I don't know which runway we're going on. So there's definitely a lot of stuff you can mess around with and put this stuff in manually. So at 15, oh no, it flaps. Landing weight, okay. Maybe we should just... No, I'm going to get in the air and then I'm going to work out the approach. The sunrise right now is live. That time would be fine. It's pretty nice. I had it off before just due to... As long as it's got a little bit. Oh yeah, that's fine. We can do that. We can do that. All right, we're pretty much ready to go. I've just got to put in our arrival information, but we're going to do that a little bit later. We're just going to make sure our departure's good. That's what we've got. All right. All right, let's see how we fly this one a little bit better this time around. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I think we're ready to start. And we need to close this door. Close the door. Turn the lights off. Let's get rid of that. Let's turn some music off. Let's get some sim sounds up and running. And hopefully we've done everything where we can actually just start the engines. And should be good to go. All right. I'm going to be lazy and use the reverses to get us out of here. Once we fire up. Okay, we had a shutdown. Why did we have a shutdown? That's that. That's that. That's that. That's that. That's that. Why did we have a shutdown? What have I done wrong here? Nah, what have I done? She's not kicking over. Helps if we don't have the engine in cut-off mode. Oh no, let's do this one more time. Let's see if it's going to kick over now. Yeah, there we go. I thought I stuffed it. Left engine's coming up. Is this new? How is the new aircraft? Is it easy to use? Like, yeah, it's probably more detailed than if you're looking for super basic aircraft, it's probably a little bit more detailed than that. If you want to get to know it, the FMS is a little bit different than what I'm used to. But if you know how to program FMSs, you'll work it out. But I like it for a business. It's probably, well, there's not much to choose from. I am a big fan of Flight FX's Vision Jet. I think they did that very well after they did the from the release to the update. But this is my new favorite business jet in the sim now. I do like it. Yeah. All right, that should be all good. We are going to switch that off. Did I even have the generator on? Yeah, I did. And then we're going to disengage the starter. Will that disengage it? No, I'll just ghost. There we go. Turn that on. I know how to use the FMC. Oh, you'll be right with this SynLink. You'll be fine with it. But yeah, there's a few things here which we were lucky to have the developer in to show us a few things that I was sort of missing. But I didn't read a manual or watch a video. I sort of just bummed around with it. and was able to work out a few things. So suppose we don't need that on right now. And we'll shut that down. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a good old, this is my plane, reverse. There we go. That's how you do it. Look left, look right. Slats can come out. Using reverses to go in reverse is a standard procedure. Yes. Yes. Alright, I need to... Actually, I'm not going to bother playing around with the lights and the knobs because this is going to be too much of a shorter flight to do that. So we're taking off runway 9, so we're going to go back and back taxi. Unfortunately, because we're going straight out of there. I was going to do say intentions on the second flight, but I'm not there yet. I need another flight on me, I'm thinking. Anybody's welcome to back taxi to runway 09, or backtrack I should say. I don't care if you've on the runway or not. Be careful because you're playing over the mountain. Yeah, this thing's got plenty of oomph. Plenty of oomph. Even though we're already at 8,000 feet, she's not a prop, so we'll be fine. Alright, I'm going to back taxi here. And I've got to get the heading knob on. If you can click... Ah, you can click it. There you go, Flight FX. Well done. Greg, you don't have to wait to backtrack if you want. You can just come and backtrack, or else it will take forever for all of us to do it. I don't mind just sitting out the back here for a minute. I hope you saw. I hope nobody saw my right wing nearly click the mountaintop. No, we didn't see it. I was too busy trying to get the aircraft ready to go. But yeah, it's a fun little plane to fly. I'll definitely be flying this again, that's for sure. I'm enjoying it. I like the CTR screens on it. And it's got... See, I like the classics, and this has got to have enough buttons and stuff and procedures, even though I'm only half learning it at the moment, to keep me excited to fly it. So... Pack HP valves. Oh, that's the... No? I've seen that before, but I can't remember where that is. Don't know what they are. I can't remember. I have seen that before, though. Pack HP. But that's off though. Pack valve. I don't know what's coming up with that though. I'm hoping it's just going to disappear. I've got a no takeoff, so I'm going to have to sort it out. I'm going to go right up here on the displace threshold because it won't let me... I'm saying that it's saying that I'm not allowed to take off, so I need to sort that out. So you guys are welcome to take off in front of me. I'm just going to pull over here because I need to figure out what that is, because I think I'm going to kill myself and all my passengers at the same time. Remember what that is. Nope. Pack bleed selected HP. Is that what it is? Pack HP. Okay, it's something to do with this. No, wrong button. What is that? Cabin altitude. Parking brake is on. No takeoff. Pack HP L. I see. I don't know what that valve is. Shouldn't the valves be open? That doesn't change it. Doesn't change it. I want to turn the packs off now. Gens are on. Anybody got any ideas? This was covered in the manual. No, well, I didn't have this problem before. I didn't have this problem before. That's something to do with that button, though. I don't know what it is. Do I have a clear button? Let's see if it pops up again if I clear it. I don't know. We're going to die because I need to get going, or else we're not going to go anywhere. I don't know. Maybe it might disappear. I don't think it will. I think it's a pressurized issue. Hey, Exo, what's going on? What are you doing on the land of YouTube? We're learning at the citation for the first time. This is our second flight, but I've got a pressure warning that I don't know how to get rid of. So, but we are just gonna... We are just gonna do... Which runway? Hang on. Runway 09. Okay. Alright. Are you so close? I've been sitting on like 300 to go all year. I like gain one, lose one, gain one. The last 300, I don't know what's going on. It's super weird. It's like YouTube does want us to get there. Yeah, see, I'm getting that warning not to take off. I've just cleared it though. It's a cabin altitude issue. Alright, I'm not doing... Alright. Let's pop up the throttles a little bit more. Time to rotate already. Oh, I did it a little bit early. Oh, right on that bump too. Gears going up. Gear animation. Try to add some tags in your videos. I found that helps. I do tags in all my videos. You mean hashtags or just tags? If it's tags, I do them all. There's 10,000. We're going to keep the lights on. I'm going to change tags. I found that helps to get more audience in YouTube. It's like a refresh. Yeah, I don't use the same ones all the time either. I change them to what's going on in the community. Alright, speed slowly climbing. We did take off at 8,000 feet though. So we're just going to do the turn back here. We got slats out and 5 degrees of flaps. David said HP is high pressure valve. This is a valve within the pneumatic system that regulates the pressure air potentially related to the cabin pressure or the engine bleed air controls. Yeah. So I gathered that much. Also try putting the misspelled tags in. Some people don't spell. Ah, okay. All right, we could do that. Maybe I should put the spelled correctly tags in there because I'm probably putting the misspelled ones in there myself. This does hand fly nice though, I will say that. I'll give that a go. Like flight sim with a B or something. But yeah, I get you. Right, speed's going. I'm going to pop the nose down just to get some more speed and then we're going to drop the flaps. There we go. Nice little turn out of Telluride. Greg's gone around that way. Alright, speed's coming up. So flaps 5. Then slats. Autopilot's going to come on. We are going to hit heading mode for a second here. Autopilot, I'm going to go... Actually, might do straight into nav. And it's going to try to get us to 240, then pitch us up to 12. Actually, we're already on it. So we need to put our altitude up. I think we're going up to 27,000 feet. So 240 will be set on the speed. Oh, geez, that winds up super quick. And then it's going to turn us direct on and we should be going up. I'll just do flight level change at 240. It will work it out. And I think we're going up to 26 on this guy here. Man, that goes so quick. I like it. I just can't. I just got to watch it. Here we go. So 240 on the VS. We've got two. I've got it throttled back. We're only sitting on like 82% on the NG because it's a short flight. But yeah, now I've sort of worked out some of the extra sort of features on here when it comes to the FADEC and stuff on it. It's pretty cool. Mr. Hecklacker, what's going on, legend? Welcome to the stream. We've got all the Twitches over on the YouTubers. Crossing the streams, I tell you. We're crossing the streams tonight. Plane looks good so far. What's your impressions? Yeah, it's good value for money. I'm having a lot of fun flying around. For a business jet, I don't normally get into them, but this is it's detailed, but it's not full-on detail. So if you want to get up and have a quick fly and still have something that's fun to fly and it's got a little bit to it, it's a bit of fun. So yeah, it's definitely worth the 45 AUD or 42 AUD I paid for. So. Classic Ghostbusters references. Crossing the streams. Absolutely. Gotta love 80s and 90s movies. They were the best. Passing through the clouds. And then we'll be making a right-hand turn in a smidgen. Or like now. Abs on. Any minute now, it's going to flick over. We've actually flown past it. We're 5 nautical miles away from it. It didn't flick over. What is going on there? That's weird. VNav. Nav. Or is it because I've got... What's going on? What is going on? I don't know why that did that. It's even not on heading mode. That is super weird. I don't know what did that. That's weird. Wonder what I did wrong there. Whatever I'm doing with those hydraulics and the packs, I've obviously got that set up wrong. So I don't know what this is here. Moses Moshi, thank you very much. Or Mr. Moshi, appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. So I've got to organize and work out what I need to set the pressurization to. Maybe that. Oh, that's just changed it. Maybe that would have fixed it. Don't know. It's whatever it's doing though, it's actually working. Holy cow, that is a pitch over. Holy cow. We were doing steep turns there for a second. Holy dooly. I don't know what's going on with this flight plan. It's not going to MTG, which is really, really weird. I don't know what happened to that flight plan. Oh, it's because I haven't activated it. Is that why? How do I set the next nav point then? I'll just do that. There we go. That'll work. I think it's probably because I didn't activate it, maybe. So if we go back to nav, it's because I didn't activate it. What an absolute legend that I am for a pilot. blaming it on the plane, and it was my stupidity that's stuffed the whole thing. All right, speed's going to go up to 260, and we're going to keep her at that, and then we're going to figure out which runway, because it's only like a short flight, this one. All right, so this is us here not following the flight plan because I'm an average pilot at best. Oh man, we're not doing any of these approaches. I mean, we'll go straight into the approaches. I guess that would work. Guess that would work. But Moshi again, thank you very much for the sub. Evil, thank you for modding, and Richard. Alright, let's go do the arrival. And we're not going to worry about a star, we're just going to do the approach. Because we're like super close. Just adding that one in. So it's the Arnav Zulu for runway 15, which is this guy here. And then we're going to do the Lindsay and... Shit. And I'm going to do none of those because I don't have any of those. So I'm going to activate that, and we're going to discontinuity there, so we're going to go and do that, and then we should be happy days. Flight plan on this. Yeah, cool. Cool. Oh man, what do I do with the flight plan? So at Nardi I need to be at where the... Okay, it needs to be at 13,000. Right, so that should have gave us a top of D up here somewhere. So if we smooch this out, we've now got something stupid on the flight plan. Like this thing here. We're going to be flying there, and then we're going to be... No, we don't want that. We don't want that. What else have we got to get rid of? Previously, we want to get rid of this DBL. Dude, we don't need the DBL. We're going to get rid of that. There we go. So our top of D is going to be 25 nautical miles. All right, I've got to quickly run to the loo. I've got to check on the prints beforehand, and then... Thank you, Eva. Appreciate it. So we're sitting at 26, which was our altitude, and we've got top of D in a few minutes, so we're just going to be above the clouds. The flight plan's actually running. All right, I think we're all over this like a fat kid on a Smartie. Literally. And our speed is holding at 320 because I'm not doing the speed properly. All right, we need to slow down. Holy cow. Holy cow. Hopefully that'll work there. All right, Evil, if it slows down too much and starts falling out of the sky, can you just like jump through the interwebs and fix my plane for me? All right, be back soon.
getting late, but I'm only getting started. And now they're playing my song. You look at me and think that he's broken hearted, but you could not be more wrong. I love going out to where the music's too loud.
Alrighty.
Where the people surround me.
We hit top of D. Shit, we've gone past it. Good job. Good job. So we need to be at 13,000. Flight level change this guy. Put this back to 13,000. Oh man. This is like super quick to change this. You really gotta watch it. I like that it's quick though, because it annoys me when they're slow. But I just gotta get the feel for it. There we go. Why haven't we gone down yet? You going down? What have I done? Now we're going down. Okay, cool. Well, Willie is up to speed with the same tension stuff. I'm off to bed. No worries. I'll probably jump out of the voice chat because you guys will all be gone by the time I get in there anyway. So I'll chat to you boys later. Have a good rest of your week, Hados. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hugs and kisses. It tried to, yeah. Have you set the VS or the flight? You can have it change the speed, otherwise it just keeps on a safe rate. Yeah, I put it on flight level change before. So I've got it set to 250. I just needed to basically pull either the speed brake out or the engine back is what I needed to do. We're on our way down now, and I need to throttle back a bit more, and it will start pitching down more. So it's just like flying the Just Flight RJ or the Fokker, basically, when it comes to that aspect. But we've got some of the boards out. See you, Ados. Put some more of the boards out. Wonder if I pull them all out, how much they actually come up. Holy cow, they come out a fair whack, hey? They're massive boards on this thing. Like, look at them. I don't even have it all the way up. Holy cow. They are massive. And I've only got that set to... That's a lot. Anyways, that would have helped us catch up a little bit. Because when we're at Linz, we need to be at Nardi. We need to be here at 13,000. So we're going to be fine. Who's behind us there? Demise, welcome. But yeah, there's Greg over there. I'm having a lot of fun flying. For a business jet, I don't really get into the business jets. I don't see any wing flex in it though. But I can't really get outside camera views, so we got Mr. Kookaburras over there. Revel's still there. Greg's there. Do you think it's nice looking aircraft? Well, I don't really get into business jets. Like, it's, to me, I like more of the old sort of classic business jets. This is obviously not an old business jet, but this is like the one of the premium ones. So there's Naldi where we need to be at 13,000. We're not there yet. What we're going to do is we're going to actually slow our speed down to 220. Because the next one we need to be at 11. So we're going to slow that down even more. And we're going to be playing catch up here. Because Evil, you know, didn't jump in the pilot seat. He's blaming the internet, but really, you know. 11.9. So it tells you where you need to be on your path there, which is a nice little handy spot. There are currently no wing flex at all in the real world. Also only has a minimum flex. Oh, really? Stiff wings. So we're meant to be at 11,000. We're definitely not at 11,000. So we're going to have to pretty much idle this in. Alright guys, we're going to turn into a roller coaster here in a second because I missed our top of D. Put the landing lights on because I'll forget. But Gash Media, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Going around. I was thinking it was getting close. There's no way we're hitting that today. Look at that. Not even close. Alright, I'm actually going to turn the AP off. If it was Victorian internet, you could have done it. We're pretty far off with our altitude because we missed that top of D. This is going to be our last flight for the day, guys, because it's getting late. I don't know why I was thinking I could get 4 flights in today, but I wanted to show off the plane a little bit, and we had to learn it at the same time, so. Alright, well, let's gonna do this again. We're going to treat this like we're in a massive circuit here. We're going to fly around in here. Slats going out. See him pop out. First notch of flaps. It's very lovely to hand fly, but the AB9 makes a lot of planes nice to hand fly, which is the force feedback. That's 10 or 15. Okay, that's where we want to come down to. So we're going to get on the right hand side. The views look absolutely phenomenal. I need to come and fly in here in a little GA or something. Gears going down, full flaps, 35. Lead off some more airspeed there. And we'll be much better this time around. It does get a little, you can feel the sloppiness on the lower speeds, which is, that's what does happen, but I don't know if that's the AB9 that's obviously doing that. But you feel the sloppiness just like you would in the real world when your speed slows down a little bit, or before you stall, either one. Where's this runway? Somewhere, it should be in our view somewhere. Where's the bloody runway? Is it around the bend more? Must be. According to the there it is there. I was going to say, according to the flight plan on the screen, it was meant to be. It was super low. Breaking all the rules. Speed and nearly stalling. There we go. Says we've got a crosswind and a headwind of about 5 knots. I can feel the crosswind. And we boshed it on the last landing, so hopefully we get to do a better one. Jesus, I'm super slow. And we float this all the way. Oh man, get down on the ground. Come on. Lucky we got reverses. That's all I'm saying. Lucky. Two not so good landings, but they were landable. Hey, Mr. Kirby Smith, what's going on? But yeah, I like it. The sounds need to be a little bit louder. I wonder if I can mess around with that. But yeah, I like this. It's a great little plane. Flight FX has done well again. They haven't made a crap plane. They're all been good. This would have to be their most venturous aircraft that they've done. But yeah. We definitely will be flying some business jet ops in this, flying into really cool places like this. You know, airports like this is what it's made for. Really cool places. Have I lost everybody? May have. Can't see anybody. Right, pilot coming on. Super fast taxi. But no, I think my nameplates has gone buggeroo too. Where are we parking? Over the back there. We're going to keep taxiing down. But yeah, nice little plane. I would have much preferred not buying it from the InSim marketplace, but where we're parking here. Let's just park out the front and we'll let the richos out. There we go. And we'll let them right out the front here as they're living the dream. Alright, APU's good. Generator's going to go on. APU's fired up. Let's do this guy here. Let's shut these down as one. There's two. And I'll leave the APU going at the moment. Let's get them out of the plane. There you go. Turn the taxi lights off from the cockpit because I got long arms. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure where our friend's flying with us. I think I lost multiplayer for some reason. It's Gonski's. I don't know why it's done that. What's it online? Aircraft traffic multiplayer. Oh, I can't remember what the tags is. It's all right. But yes, there we go. So yeah, if you're thinking about picking it up, I think it's a worthwhile purchase. I think it's good value for money. So, and I'm sure FlightFX will do whatever updates that they need to do. They said they're going to allow us to do some wing views, which will be super cool. But well done to FlightFX I think it's pretty good as what the hype it's led to believe. So yeah, it's nice fun for a business jet. We're definitely going to be flying this in the streams and stuff. So I think it's pretty cool for playing. So anyways, I want to say a big thank you to our friends over at FS Mods, absolute legend, and to Just Flight for supporting the stream today. Thank you to all the mods for modding and all the drop bears and members for helping out. I really appreciate that, for you guys doing that. Have we lost the chat as well? Or I'll put you all to sleep. Either one. Let me check. Thank you, Tennessee. Appreciate it. Who else do we need to thank? We also need to thank Mr. Angry Zebra for the 43 months, Maddie for the business class lounge, Mr. Beto for the 46 months, and also we had Mr. Evil with the 20 and the 10 dono. Evil, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. It's very, very, very kind of you for doing that. So we will be back on Saturday morning for a stream. We actually might fly this again. I don't know. We'll see. And I will be up early. I won't be able to watch it live, but I'll be up early to watch the development live stream with a nice cup of coffee in the morning. And we'll find out what's happening with Sim Update 3. Are they going to do it tonight? Or today? Or is it not ready yet? Well, I guess we'll find out with the development live stream. Or are they postponing the development live stream? We'll find out. We will have a video. I've been saying this, but I just haven't had a chance to edit them. It's either going to be a Thursday or a Friday jobby. We'll see what happens. And yeah, that's what's happening at the rest of the week. We'll have some FS Mods products. I think I'm going to push them back till next week. We've got about 7 different products that have nearly finished their testing / development. And yeah, so anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. You guys have been very, very nice to hang out with. Great stream as always. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, David. Thank you, Tennessee. And is there anybody? Oh, we can do raids still, can't we? Is anybody else streaming on YouTube? Let's see if we can do a raid. Nice Bills dropped a. It's interesting. They dropped some sort of trailer. Oh, a new airport. A new airport. Is anything live? Not that I can see. Nothing's popping up. Nothing's popping up. All right. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to jump out now. Thank you very much. Have an awesome simming week, everybody. And I'll see you soon. And yeah, have a great week. Love you lots. Thank you very much. Have a great night. And be safe, everybody. Take care for now.